Hello guys, si Keshan pala sa ulit ito at welcome sa episode 58 ng laro tayo ng Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. So okay, tuloy na natin yung game. Tignan natin kung makakausap ulit natin si Isabel, kung makakapag-share pa siya ng information tungkol sa Wolf City. Diba strip back to Kai, ito yung summary nung after nung DECCON 2056. Hindi ko na lang basahin. Alam na natin yan eh. So, yun nga. Tingnan natin kung makakausap ulit natin si Isabel tungkol sa World City. Otherwise, gawin na natin yung susunod na run natin. Yan, pag nagbabasa ng text, parang ang bagal ng loading screen. Pag nagbabasa naman ako, minsan nauubusan ng oras. Ano ba yun? Okay, pati na lang. At talaga pag nagbabasa ako, minsan ang bilis mag-load eh. Pag hindi naman nagbabasa, ang bagal naman. Tuloy medyo dead air ng konti. Okay. Subukan natin kausapin tong si Isabel ulit. Pag wala, okay lang. Umikot ka pa dyan. You enter Isabel's cabin to find her jacked into the octopus. Her body slouches motionless, tethered to the machine. The computer's large display flickers to life again, just as it did last time. Isabel's avatar feels the screen. Nasa loob na naman siya ng network pasaway. This isn't helping. The avatar frowns down on you, a look of supreme disillusionment on its face. I'm decking. I'm in my safe space, and it doesn't help. The memories are just as painful here as they are in the real world. Dahil lang guys. Tuloy natin. Your memories are part of you. Decking doesn't make you leave that behind. Can't you just try not to think about it? Yeah, it sucks, I get it. The question is, what are you gonna do about it? Ito na lang option 1. No, I guess that it doesn't. While plumes of static flow from the avatar's fists, it is shaking. It fucking should though. I can't handle not having a way to escape from this. So what are you going to do about it? Delete the memories then. We can make do without them. Ito na lang. What? Kailangan natin yan eh. I don't know. Okay. I don't know, okay? I just don't. You know what? Hang on. The avatar winks off of the screen and the terminal powers down. Nag-jack out siya. Isabel's body shudders, a familiar tremor. Her consciousness is flooding back out of the matrix and into her meat. Her eyes flutter, and she takes a sharp breath. Slowly, shakily, she rises from her perch on the floor. You're here with more questions, right? She coughs into the crook of her arm. Wipes her nose with her sleeve. I'm sure that you are. Why else would you be bothering me? So spit them out, and I'll go digging around in that cesspit that I call a memory. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a clue. Yun nga ang gusto namin mangyari. Ano ko ba? Calm down, Is. We're on the same side here. I know that you're hurting, Isabel. If venting helps, go ahead, Aceton. She takes a deep breath, makes a visible effort to calm herself. No, that wasn't like me. This isn't the person that I want to be. I'll be okay. I can handle this. Just ask me your questions, okay? Let's get this ball rolling. Okay, sige. Hindi natin kailangan yung last run eh. Natanong na natin yan eh. I have a question about the World City. She clenches her jaw, nods. Go on. Gabe told me that Gabe told me about your escape from the walled city, just like you said she would. Gabe said that you didn't want her to guide your parents out of the walled city. That you wanted them left behind. That's all for now. Can we talk about something else? Ato na lang. Wag yung medyo personal pa yan eh. Wag muna, yan muna. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Why are you telling me about it? Because I want to get your side of the story. Because the answer she gave me raised more questions. No particular reason, just wanted to see what you'd say. Ato na. Alright, fine. If that's what you want. The walled city was a hellhole. You already know that. But for all of its failings, it was a good teacher. It taught me to hide, to stay small and unnoticed, and insulated, to survive. Small ano ka nga, dwarf ka nga rin eh. Talagang natural na maliit ka. Hindi mo na kailangan magtago. It taught me that the fish on the perimeter of the school get eaten. That sticking your neck out is a fool's errand. But that even fools can have their uses. It also taught me to recognize a stronger person when I met one, and how to use that strength for my own benefit. So when I met Gobet, I knew that she had something I didn't. Confidence? Her magic, you mean? Confidence na lang. Hindi yung magic. Sure that. And her connection to Rat. Everything about her, really. We were different people then. Still are now. But the differences were even more pronounced when we were kids. Care to elaborate on that? I find that hard to believe. You two are nothing alike. If you were so different, how did you two get along? Opposite sa track, di ba? Yung kasabihan eh. Care to elaborate on that? Yan na lang. Gabet was playful and carefree. She could hold her own in a scrape. Dapat scrap na lang yan eh. But she mostly saw life as a game. As for me, well, I knew that it wasn't. I couldn't have been more than 9 or 10 at the time. But even at that age, I saw Gobet for what she represented, what she could be. And what was that? Your best friend? An ally? An ally na lang siguro. No, that didn't happen until later. What I saw her as then was a road out of the walled city, a path to freedom disguised as a little girl with dreadlocks. And as it turned out, I was right. She pauses. Her eyes flit to the ground, and she tightens her hands into fists. Ever since I unlocked these damn memories, I can't get 10 minutes without thinking about what might have happened if I hadn't followed Gobet out of that place. It's like a vicious cycle, running over and over in my head. I hate it, but I won't stop. I feel guilty. You needed help, and you took it. That's nothing to be ashamed of. It's bothering you because it's still fresh. Give it some time, and you'll get over it. We all lean on each other. It's how we survive in the shadows. Get over it. Ato na lang. Gives me another reason to feel grateful to her, I guess. That's something. I've always known that I owed Gobet, but now I remember how much and why. Anyway, that's my side of the story. I hope that it satisfied your curiosity. Now let's move on. Why did you have your memories locked away? Eto yung parents, wag na muna, ito na. Baka gusto niya kasi gusto niya maging bagong tao, yun kaya sagot. Why do you think? They were awful, traumatic. I'm not talking about personal trauma here. I was fortunate enough to avoid the fates of many of my peers. I didn't get pressed into service in a brothel. The organ leggers didn't get me. I only had to watch one of my siblings die. She frowns. So yeah, it could have been worse. But that doesn't make an early life in the walled city any easier to bear. Hang on, you watch one of your siblings die? Medyo personal na tanong nga. Yes, my older brother. Capdale? Heroin overdose. He was 19, almost the same age that I am now. That's awful. There are worse ways to get over. Huh? There are worse ways to go than ODing, overdosing. Take comfort in that. I'm sorry that you had to watch that. Ito na lang. Me too. Wanna hear something awful? I almost envied him. He got out easy compared to a lot of people who die in the World Sea. There was no violence. He wasn't taken by organ leggers or gunned down by the triads. He just put a spike in his arm, depressed the plunger, and stopped breathing. Quick and easy. I'm sorry. You could have done the same, but you didn't. You were stronger than that. I survived. I don't know if that's something to feel proud of. It's just what I did. I don't think any less of Capdale for doing what he did. I don't even know if he did it on purpose, but his death was a lesson, and I did my best to learn from it. Everything that happened in my childhood was that way. A lesson in disguise. Lessons about impermanence and the random cruelty of life. Lessons about what a huge mistake it is to get attached and how to prioritize your own survival, no matter what. Ganon. Wala kang hilig sa attachments to other people pero kailangan mo rin ng ibang tao. Ano ba yan? You're speaking my language. I learned some of the same lessons when I was a kid. Those lessons were important. They kept you alive, but it is just as important to know when to leave them behind. Ito na lang. I know, we all carry the same scars, you and me, and Gansho and Gabet. Some run bigger and deeper dapat deeper na lang. Some run bigger and deeper than others, but we've all got them. Her voice goes small. I don't want mine anymore. Abruptly, she turns away. And that's enough of that. Ask me something else, Tank. I don't wanna talk about this anymore. Sige, ito na lang. Kahit na medyo ayaw na nga niyang pag-usapan eh. She nods miserably. Yes, but not for anything that they've done. My parents were good people. They fled Somalia to try and find a better life for their children. It wasn't their fault that they wound up in the walled city. I wanted them left behind for me. Taga Somalia naman pala eh. Mas malala dun. Ano ba yan? Nalala ko na naman yung South Park. Yung episode na Somalian Pirates. I-link ko nga yun mamaya. I-link ko dito sa video. For you? What do you mean by that? People don't ask for their loved ones to be left in hell for no reason. You wanna talk about it? Ito na lang. Not particularly, but I get the feeling that you look at me differently until I do, so I will. She taps her temple. I wanted them left behind because of this. I knew what I was going to have done. I'd planned it well in advance. After I got out, I was going to find someone who could make my childhood go away. How would that have stuck if my parents were around? If I had a living reminder right there, next to me? Talagang gusto niya, nasa personality naman niya na introvert siya eh. Hilig niya magstay sa Matrix. It wouldn't have, so they had to stay. That's called, Isabel. You did what you had to do. You were just a kid. I probably would have made the same decision in your shoes. Eh, ginawa mo nga yun eh. Iniwan mo si Duncan kay Raymond. Yeah, you probably would have. And for what it's worth, I was sure that they'd be fine. They were my parents, grown-ups. They'd be alright. She heaves a sigh. Before you ask, I checked. They're gone now. I can't go riding to their rescue. I made a decision when I was a kid. I felt like the right one at the time. And now I have to live with it. Until you store the memories again, you mean. We all have to live with things that we regret. Such is life. Ano lang. I didn't always, until very recently. I couldn't remember any of this. Now let's change the subject, okay? Anything else would be fine. That's all for now. Can we talk about something else? Please, to be honest, almost anything else would be preferable. Sige. Meron pa ba? Wala na eh. Any thoughts about that last run? Natanong na natin to sa kanya, so wala na. I'm going. I gotta go, Isabel. Be well. She nods glumly. Be well. Di pa natin na-unlock yung achievement para dun ba? Wala pa rin. Anyway, never mind na. Gawin na natin yung susunod na run natin, yung huling run natin. Wala na eh. Okay. Gawin natin susunod na run. Yun na lang ang option natin eh. Save muna natin dito. Gawa tayo ng save point just in case na mahirap to. Pwede natin i-restart. The entrance doors open as you approach. Go meet with Dreamland and see what she knows. Okay, go. The tenement that Dreamland lives in smells of mold and desperation. The people living here are the kind who don't want to be found. Okay, fine. Okay, this is the right place, Tank. Emily should be in the first apartment. Is she dangerous? Is she alone? Ano lang. She shouldn't be. Emily's a decker, yes. But she's really more into programming than she is violence. Her handle is Dreamland, after all. She quit running last year. Something about some sort of activist activity that she used to be into. And a bunch of gig money execs who were holding a grudge. Emily's from Berlin. Berlin. So, ano to? Dragonfall? But she moved to Hong Kong after the F-State collapsed. And nag-collapse talaga yung F-State. The Shockwell Wellenreiter, that's the group that she worked for. Ay, yung Shock Wellenreiter, yung nagbibigay ng additional quests para sa atin doon sa Dragonfall. That's the group that she worked for. We're supposed to protect her. That's the group that she worked for. We're supposed to protect her, but they've got their own problems to deal with now. I guess that she decided she'd be safer on her own. F-State? I'm not up on my world politics. I heard about the fall of the F-State. Sounded like chaos. Ano, nung niligtas natin si Firewing? That's what I heard too. An experiment in sustained institutional anarchy. Great environment for a Shadowrunner, but it ended up just like communism did. Another pipe dream. The German government gave the corporations the go-ahead to invade, and they forced the anarchists to retreat to the eastern part of the city. Now Berlin's run by the Corp, just like Hong Kong. I bet they wind up building a wall again. Wouldn't put it past them. Berlin Wall. Okay, so how should we handle this friend of yours? Anything else we should know about before we talk to Dreamland? Ito na lang muna. No clue really. I've never met her in meet space. Just be your charming self. I'm sure that everything will work out just fine. Okay, sige, tingin natin. Save natin. Just in case. Okay. Okay, so ito siya. Emily. The apartment is now better than the hallway. Empty fast food cups and packages of dried snack food are strewn about the room. In the corner, a box of cat litter sits filled to overflowing. You don't see any cats. There's a patched together matrix terminal sitting on a stack of crates connected to a banged up cyber deck. Within arm's reach of the cyberdeck is a 20-something woman with pale white skin, dirty blonde hair, and a bleak expression. Ito yung tsura niya. Emily looks at the deck slung across Isabel's back. So you're Isabel, huh? I didn't expect... A dwarf? Isabel coughs nervously. Yeah, I get that a lot. Eh pareho kami. Ako rin, decker din ako na dwarf eh. No, I didn't expect you to be so pretty. The woman has a soft German accent and a dour disposition. I should never have agreed to this, Isabel, she groans. I should never have even responded to your messages. If the oligarch swine who've been hunting me finds out where I am, they won't find out from us. They call me Tank. We should talk. I understand that you have a way to bypass memory wipe headwear. Ato na lang muna. Uh-huh. Emily searches your eyes with her own. You can see the intelligence in there, but it's hard to get past her sullen manner. This is the man I told you about. He needs the software that you developed to inhibit your cortical implant. He needs what? Her tone is sharp. Her eyes flash daggers at Isabel. I don't think I should be getting into this. I tend to get what I want, Emily. Understand? I have a business proposition I'd like to discuss with you. I need your help, Emily. Ito na lang. Wala tayong funds. Business proposition, 1,684 lang yung funds natin. Wag na lang. That's great, Tank. Now go away. I got my own problems to deal with. Pasaway. She pulls out a near-empty pack of German cigarettes and lights the last one. In case you're not up on current events, I've got a kick line of mercs and bounty hunters after me. Messing around with the headwear that is shockwave and later installed in me is the last thing on my mind. Strike a threatening pose. Maybe I can give you something else to think about. Charisma 3. Look, this is important. I need the software you created so I can find out what happened to my father. I'm not asking you to mess with your own headwear. Just give me a copy of the software you developed so I can use it. I think I can tell what the first thing on your mind is. No yan? Am I right? Wag. Ito na lang. Charisma na lang. Your father, huh? Sounds rough. Is he dead? Yeah, and someone needs to pay for it. Maybe he's missing. That's for sure. My brother doesn't think so. I doubt it. At least I don't think he's dead yet. I doubt it. At least I don't think he's dead yet. That's why this is important. Ito na lang. She softens. Been there, or something like that. It's the ambiguity that will kill you. She considers for a moment. Okay, give me a minute. Emily grabs her cyber deck and jacks into it. Her jaw goes slack and her fingers hover over the keyboard, tapping keys at a blinding speed. When she finishes, she jacks out and ejects a data stick from the deck. Here, she hands you the stick and a taser gun, with masking tape wrapped around the grip. Modify this taser with it, and use it on your target. The jolt should stop the memory wipe process before it starts. Thank you. That was simple. Here's a little something for the effort. Ah, wag na lang, kailangan natin funds eh. Thank you. Don't mention it. I wish every problem was that easy to solve. A custom-made weapon, usable at mid-range, deactivates the target's neural wipe, and leaves them stunned. The effect takes 3 rounds to sedate the target. Manage. Ibibigay ko kay Isabel. Dapat kay Isabel yan eh. Lagay na muna sa stash. Okay. So, uwi na. Simple lang naman pala yun ah. Okay, fine. Andun na kaagad ah. Nice. Okay. Kung malaki-laki yung fans ko sana eh, bibigyan ko siya ng fans eh. Wag na lang. So, balik tayo sa ano, check natin yung iniwan nating pay data kung may pumili na. Kasi kailangan natin additional funds, paubos na yung funds natin eh. Ay, may 100 message. Check ko muna yung Shadowlands BBS. Wala. Okay, wala. Check natin yung may message daw eh. Yeah, 100 message. Hope it helps. From Dreamland to Tank. Hope it helps. Good luck with your whole what happened to my father thing. Rough deal. If nothing else, I hope the people responsible get what's coming to them. And that my neural inhibitor program helps you get some payback. Okay, nice. Kaso lang tayo rewards. Check ulit. Wala pa rin. Find, capture, and interrogate the plastic face man. Save natin ulit dito, guys. Check ko lang yung time natin ulit. Okay, 15 minutes na lang. So, na tayo sa next area again. The entire door opens as you approach. Go to check Keep May and acquire the plastic-faced man's itinerary. Required, kailangan isama ko silang tatlo eh. So, si Duncan muna, Isabel, tsaka si Gabet. Okay.
Be a safe escalator user. Hold the handrail and take care of children and the elderly.
You must bring the neural inhibitor. Okay. Oo nga, paano ko, ako mag-equip ganon? Sige, fine. Kailangan pala talaga ako mag-equip nun pasaway. Eh, hindi naman ako pistol user eh. Ay, sige, balik sa base. Crap, talagang kailangan ako mag-equip nun pasaway. Sige, save natin.
Be a safe escalator user. Hold the handrail
Okay.
and take care of children and the elderly.
Pero ilang minutes na lang din naman eh. So, teka. Duncan, Isabel, tsaka si Gabet. The extraction. Isabel has modified a taser to introduce Dreamland's cortical inhibitor program into the plastic face man's neural network. That should stop his headwear from completing a memory wipe and allow you to interrogate him for information about Raymond Black. But first, you'll need to find him. Kindly Cheng's made contact with an underground information broker named Xiao Ji, who has managed to obtain the plastic face man's complete itinerary. With it, you can choose the time and place to perform an extraction and find out what he knows. Xiaoxi works out of an abandoned night market in Shepkip Mei, the Xinghao's court. Okay, ibibigay kay Gobet yan. Hindi pwede sa akin yan. Ikaw, kailangan mo ng healing item. Kailangan mo nito. Bigyan din kita ng additional grenade. Ito muna. Para matanggal na natin yan. Si Gobet, sa'yo to. Tsaka kailangan mo pa ng additional na healing items. Ikaw, at least kailangan mo ng isa. Okay. Save muna natin dito, guys. Ilang minutes lang ba? Lapit na rin eh. End na natin dito. So, sige. Tuloy lang na natin ang next episode. So, teka. Save ko lang ulit. Just in case, teka. Tapos end na natin. Okay. Umuulan pa. Ano ba yan? End na natin episode for now, guys. Guys, Kersan Velasa signing off. Tuloy na lang natin tong game next episode.